Okay, so the next up is our graph parabolas in all forms. So we're going to have to figure out how to graph our parabolas, and I've kind of gone over this before. So this is the factored form here. 2 times x plus 1 times x minus 1. So that will tell us our zeros. So we know we want our zeros to be 1 and negative 1. 1 here and negative 1 here. X minus 1 equals 0, so x is 1. X plus 1 equals 0, so x is negative 1. And I know that I need to find this. I need to find the vertex at x equals 0. So when x equals 0, we have 1 times negative 1 is negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. So it's going to be at negative 2. Let me show again. So our vertex is going to be directly in between these two zeros, so we have to average them. And then that is going to be 0 over 2 is equal to 0. So we know our vertex is on that 0 line. Okay. Let's look at the second one. Okay, so this is in vertex form, so I can find the vertex really easily. So the vertex is going to be at 1, negative 4. Let's look at vertex form over here. Vertex is going to be x minus b, x minus b, x minus 1, so it's at 1, plus c, plus negative 4. So it's down here. And I know that it's going to open down because I can see that a is negative, so it's going to open down. And so it should be somewhere around here, but let's check. And one easy place to check here is either 0 or 2. So I'll go with 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Squared is 1. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6. And then I can check with the other one just to make sure it's right. 0. 0 minus 1 is negative 1. Squared is 1. Times negative 2 is negative 2. Minus 4 is negative 6. Okay, so this is our this is in standard form here. This is in standard form, but it's also, I can see that the y-intercept here is going to be at 0. Okay, so the y-intercept is going to be at 0 here, but I think probably we want to factor this. Okay, so we're going to end up with, I'm gonna find out where the zeros are by setting h of x equal to 0. 1/5, negative 1/5 x squared plus 2x. I'm going to factor out the x. Negative 1/5 x plus 2. So I know x is either equal to 0 or one of my x is equal to either equal to 0 for one of my roots, or I know 1/5 x plus negative 1/5 x plus 2 is equal to 0. Subtract 2 from both sides. Negative 1/5 x, multiply both sides by negative 5, so x is equal to 10 is my other. So I know that that is 1 and that is 1. So I have 0. I know my y-intercept is 0, and I know that 0 x equals 0 is one of my one of my x-intercepts, so it's at 0, 0. And we know that 10 is the other. So we need to figure out, now we need to figure out how high it is at 5. So let's go ahead and plug that in at 5. 5 squared. H of 5 is equal to negative 1/5 5 squared plus 2 times 5. I'll just substitute 5 in there. And that is equal to negative 1/5 times 25 plus 10. And then I know this is going to be negative 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5, negative 5 plus 10, so that is going to equal 5. So I need this up here at 5. Okay. Let's get this one. Okay, so here we have the factored form. So what does factored form tell us? Factored form tells us the zeros are the roots. And so I know that this is going to open up, and I know that one of my roots is 0, and one of my roots is negative 4. There it is. Okay, so x minus 4 is 0, so x is equal to negative 4, or x is equal to 0. There we go, and I can see that my vertex is at negative 2, and I know that it's there because 4 plus 0 over 2 is equal to negative 4 plus 0 over 2 is equal to negative 2. So now I can substitute in by having g of negative 2 is equal to 2 times negative 2 plus 4 times negative 2. And what is that? That's 2 times negative 2. That is a negative 8. So I have to... my mouse has lost its charge. Okay. So we can see that, yeah, that looks right. All right, there's how we graph our parabolas in various forms.